But today we have Angelique, Roche, is that how I pronounce it?
Absolutely perfect.
Okay, perfect. All right, so we have Angelique Roche, who has an amazing amount of experience as a policy expert, a campaigner. Correct me if I'm wrong, you're on the board of the Women's Campaign School at Yale, which is a fantastic program. And she brings extensive experience in leadership development. And so she's going to talk to us today about developing about personal development, professional development for leadership skills. And yeah, there's not much else to say. I think it sounds amazing. So actually, thank you so much for being here today.
Hi. So I'm loud because I'm an organizer, and if you can't hear me, let me know, but that probably won't be a problem. As I was just wonderful introduction, my name is Angelique Roche. I am from the great state of Louisiana, and so I will have a twang sometimes when I talk and I get excited about things. Just letting you know, it's gonna be natural. I have been in DC for about 7.5 years now, and I will tell you that it has been a ride. It's been an amazing time, but I will also say that even before I came to DC, I had a big love for leadership development and really seeing the light go off on people's heads when they find that one thing they really love to do, or they feel as though they're in a place where they're comfortable being a leader in the way that they are a leader. I'll make this caveat. Not everybody wants to be a leader. Not everybody wants to be that person that's in the front that's going to be the fall guy. Not everybody wants to be the general on the horse that gets shot down first. It is a place where I think every woman in this room, and especially the woman that I've met this morning, you guys are incredible, want to be though. And it's something where DC can be very overwhelming because, as you know, people with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 degrees are walking down the street every single day. There are more lawyers here than there are rats, and we know there are rats in DC. I being one of them. But one of the things I think that I learned when I first got to DC is something sets people apart. And it's not your degree, it's not that you went to an Ivy League. Some, no offense to people who went to Ivy League. I guess I can't make that offense anymore anyway. It's all about what you do outside of what you're doing. A lot of people will talk about the book Lean In. This is not based on that book. I think every single woman in here, long before that book came out, had decided to lean in because you either moved here or you decided to stay here and you had an aspiration bigger than just having a 9-to-5. Or you wouldn't be here this morning, right? So raise a hand, who's working in your dream job right now? Y'all are awesome. But I really want to talk about getting those leadership skills outside of the office. Because those are the key things that set you apart from everybody else who has your exact degree. And I think that's kind of one of the things, particularly as women, that we forget that we are just as qualified, we are just as good, and although we are not in the bro club, we're not throwing back beers after work because clearly beer looks different on us than it does on them. That we still have that networking leadership skills to get where we want to go. And we start measuring ourselves to everyone else in the office without realizing they're probably doing something outside the office to develop themselves and make themselves essential. And so one of the things that I started to do is I started to look at my life and the times that I used during my day, and I said, you know what? I don't want to do this forever. I don't want to be a legislative correspondent. I don't want to be a chief of staff. I do not want to be general counsel in a senator's office. I like people too much. I want to work on campaigns. What do I do? And honestly, I had caught the campaign bug back in 2007 because the first thing I did was volunteer my time. I started in campaigns by doing poll watching, GOTV knocking on doors, and then eventually I got into the New Leaders Council. And the reason why I bring up the New Leaders Council is because I looked at that as an opportunity for me to get outside leadership development when I wasn't in the office.